Inspiration strikes at the most unusual times. Just ask Duke University chemistry professor Dr. Warren Warren.
A few years ago, I was out at a conference and stopped in at the National Gallery in London and saw an exhibit on the technology that was being used for artwork imaging, for detecting forgeries, for detecting structure. And I realized that most of that technology was 30 or 40-year-old technology in terms of modern imaging.
Warren designed a laser that would capture images of melanomas or skin cancers so they could be analyzed.
To be able to look at a mole and see if it's a melanoma or something you don't need to worry about. But exactly the same issues that are present in trying to image deep in skin below the surface are the ones that come to bear in trying to image in a painting below the surface.
That's right, a laser trained on a painting and capturing images of the pigments for study. Here's where that inspiration comes in.
We're able to get microscopic resolution, but not just at the surface, much deeper, 10 or 20 times deeper.
It's called a pump probe laser. Warren began investigating whether his device could uncover the secrets underneath layers of paint without damaging the art, just as it did under layers of skin without hurting the patient.
It's beautiful, it's jewel-like, it's perhaps reminiscent of manuscript painting. It's got everything that you would want to have in a precious little painting with the gold leaf, and there's punch work where the design of the halos have been put into the gold. The blue is fantastic here. And this is one reason we had the painting brought over here, is because we were interested in the blues.
The Crucifixion, a 14th century painting by Italian artist Puccio Capagna, was the first painting to be studied with the pump probe laser. The artwork is on display at the North Carolina Museum of Art.
Actually, to have a blue passage in a painting that is as thick as this blue is kind of unusual.
Researchers want to know how the deep blue in the Virgin Mary's robes was created. It's believed to be lapis lazuli, a rare mineral found in Afghanistan and imported to Italy for the painting.
Okay, that should work, I think.
Until now, a conservator would use a scalpel to take a tiny chip of that deep blue paint and study it under the microscope. That's not a good thing for a rare painting dating to 1330.
Perfect.
The pump probe laser will allow conservators to scan through the layers of that dark blue paint without hurting the art. And here's how it works. The device uses two low-energy laser pulses of different colors in a laser scanning microscope. The beams are focused on the area to be examined. The pulses are timed. The first pumps the pigment. The second probes what happened to the energy left by the first. Each pigment has a unique energy signature. Images are taken with different colors to study the wide range of pigments. Researchers can zoom in and out, much like looking at a layer cake, to separate the colors and see what was originally on the canvas.
So I've sort of found an area here in the center, and then I just want to focus it by eye, because once I turn the laser on, I don't want to just be messing around in the painting.
Once the painting is locked in, the laser is fired. The total power on the painting is harmless. It's less than what a laser pointer emits.
This piece was probably in someone's personal, sanctuary at home, and now we're looking at it and we're putting lasers on it, and it's fascinating and almost scary. I don't know.
So we start from the surface here. This is basically, we focus above the actual layer, and we can slowly, virtually just cross this paint layer. You can see those crystals come into focus, and then they disappear because we focus underneath them until we get through the entire layer where the layer ends.
In slices 100 microns by 100 microns, the laser cuts through the layers of paint.
We actually see the three-dimensional structure of these pigments.
The first discovery, that deep blue, is pure lapis lazuli.
These blue crystals are actually the actual lapis crystals. So lapis lazuli is a ground up rock, right? And these are the actual crystals. So you see these are individual crystals. Here you can basically slice through them, virtually slice through them, that are embedded in this red because we mixed them together.
The multiple layers enhance the depth of the color blue. The laser also reveals brush strokes and other techniques.
When you look at it microscopically, it doesn't look like the whole composition. It just looks very detailed. When you zoom out, and then you get to what the artist wanted to convey with his techniques.
Deep imaging analysis can also be used to identify forgeries and guide conservation techniques by revealing original paints from old coverings that were used in restoration work. Lasers can not only be designed to penetrate and analyze tissue or art. By changing the frequency and the wavelength of the light, they can be also used to clean.
That sound you hear is the pulse of the laser.
Dr. Adele de Cruz invented a type of laser scalpel, using pulsed laser energy to vaporize dirt and debris from paintings.
The laser is an excellent tool in being able to control the depth of penetration and the removal of substances which were sometimes microns thin.
The laser is strong enough, but also delicate enough, to remove the dirt and concretions from an ancient Roman urn. That's because the laser's energy is confined to a depth of only a few microns, which means it will clean the surface, but won't harm the original artwork underneath.
Is that it's able to remove both organic and inorganic materials. And that is a big plus.
Technologies designed to answer one set of questions can be adapted to another, allowing us to see art in a new wavelength.
It never ceases to amaze me how wonderful these pieces are when you look at them very closely.